You've been lied to. That sweet, slobbery lick from your dog, it's not just love. Or maybe it's so much more than love, more than you ever imagined. Here's the thing. Most people think their dog licks them just because they taste like food or because that's what dogs do. But what if I told you that every single lick is packed with meaning? That it's a form of communication as deep and complex as any language? And what if I told you your dog might know more about your emotions than your closest friends? Sounds wild, right? But let me ask you something. Why does your dog lick you right when you're feeling down, even before you've said a word? Why does it sniff you like it's reading a book you didn't know you were writing? And why does it keep doing it day after day, like it needs to? The truth is, licking isn't just a habit. It's a mirror into your dog's mind and your relationship. And once you understand what's really going on behind those affectionate little gestures, your entire bond with your dog will shift. You'll begin to recognize patterns, emotions, signals, things that were always there but hidden in plain sight. In this video, we're going to decode that behavior, layer by layer. You're going to understand what your dog has been trying to tell you all along, and by the end, don't be surprised if you start seeing your dog and yourself through completely new eyes. You ever notice how a dog looks at you like you're the center of the universe? That's no accident. It's affection, pure and raw, wrapped up in fur and wagging tails. See, affection in dogs isn't always loud or flashy. It's subtle, sometimes shown through a quiet stare, a soft paw on your leg, or that full-body wiggle when you walk through the door. Humans crave connection, and dogs? They're masters at delivering it. They don't overthink love. They just express it. And licking, oh boy, licking is one of their favorite ways to say, "Hey, you matter to me." It's not just a wet kiss. It's a gesture of emotional loyalty. Think about it like this. When you hug a friend, it's not just contact, it's communication. Dogs don't have arms, but they've got tongues, and they know how to use them. Now, affection isn't some fluffy, shallow feeling. It goes deep. It shows trust. It says, "You're part of my pack." Ever notice how your dog follows you from room to room? That's not just curiosity. It's instinct and habit woven with attachment. Dogs operate on a frequency of love that humans often forget to tune into. And sure, sometimes that affection comes with a side of drool, but that's just part of the charm. If your dog curls up next to you when you're sick, or whimpers at the door when you leave, it's not by accident. That's affection on full display, and you didn't have to earn it with money or status. Just presence. That's powerful. In fact, if more people acted like dogs when it comes to showing love, direct, unconditional, and joyful, the world might be a softer place. Want to try this in your own life? Start with presence. Put down the phone. Look someone in the eye. Say what you feel. Don't wait for a right moment. Dogs never do. And as you'll see, this blend of affection, taste and smell, and basic communication might just teach you more about relationships than any book ever could. But more on that in a moment. All right, let's talk about one of the dog's most underrated superpowers, taste and smell. Now, don't underestimate this combo. To a dog, your skin isn't just you, it's a 5-course meal of scent data. That salty patch behind your knee? That's a diary entry. The lotion you used this morning? A scent story. Leftover crumbs from your breakfast toast? Oh, that's the jackpot. Dogs live through their noses and confirm everything with their tongues. It's like sniffing the news and fact-checking it with a lick. It's not weird to them. It's communication. Think about it. While we rely on social media for updates, dogs rely on taste and smell to understand the world around them. Your sweat, your scent, your natural aroma, these are emotional fingerprints to your pup. That's why they lick you after a workout or sniff your dirty laundry like it's a sacred artifact. To them, that's love. And yes, it's a little gross, but also wildly loyal. Dogs are hardwired to detect emotional shifts through scent, sadness, stress, even illness. There are dogs trained to smell cancer, diabetes drops, and seizures. That's not science fiction. It's instinct and habit elevated by evolution. Ever had your dog lick your face when you're upset? That's not random. That's taste meeting empathy. So, what can we learn from this? That real connection sometimes comes from being attuned to details others ignore. Try this. Next time you greet someone, don't just say, "Hey, how are you?" Look at their face, feel the vibe, read the emotional scent in the room. You don't need a snout to be intuitive. And if you want to build a bond like your dog has with you, learn to pay attention to people's rhythms, patterns, smells, metaphorically speaking, of course. There's a whole world of communication hidden in the things we overlook daily. And just when you think dogs are done teaching us, you'll notice something else they do with precision and purpose, something that might change the way you see even the simplest interactions. Let's set the record straight. Communication is not just about words. In fact, dogs are walking proof that the most meaningful messages don't require a single syllable. When your dog tilts its head, lets out a soft whine, or gives you that intense "I need something" stare, that's communication at its finest. It's raw, it's honest, it's effective. And honestly, it's better than most conversations people have over text. Dogs don't waste time with passive aggressiveness or mixed signals. If they want affection, they show it. If they sense something off through taste and smell, they respond. If they're happy, you'll see it in every inch of their wiggly body. The beauty of a dog's communication lies in how pure and physical it is. No filters, no pretenses, just full-on authenticity. And you? You can learn a lot from that. Want stronger relationships? Start observing instead of just talking. People reveal a lot in how they move, breathe, or even sit. Dogs know this intuitively. It's instinct and habit in motion. They read energy. If you walk into a room tense, your dog knows it before you speak a word. If you're hiding sadness behind a smile, your dog's already on alert, maybe licking your hand for comfort. That's emotional intelligence without the TED Talk. Now here's a little exercise. Go one full day paying attention to how people communicate without using words. Notice facial expressions, eye contact or the lack of it, tone of voice, and even silence. You'll begin to understand just how much is always being said beneath the surface. Dogs excel at this because they've been wired for it, sure, but so have we. We've just buried that skill under screens and schedules. Bring it back. Communicate like your dog. Be direct, be genuine, and when all else fails, offer a gesture of kindness. Even a well-timed touch or glance can say more than a paragraph. And speaking of things buried deep within us, there's one force stronger than communication, affection, or even sensory perception. It's something primal, ancient, and often misunderstood. Here's the thing. Instinct and habit are the quiet architects of everything we do, both in our lives and in our dogs' lives. We tend to believe that we operate based on logic, conscious decisions, strategy. But truth be told, most of our behavior, yep, yours too, is automated, running on loops built from the past. And dogs? They're the living, breathing embodiment of that principle. A dog doesn't ask itself why it circles before lying down. It doesn't analyze why it perks up at the sound of a certain bag crinkling. It just does it, over and over. Because that's what worked. That's what brought results. That's what brought affection, safety, reward. You might laugh when your dog stares at the door 5 minutes before you usually get home, but that's not coincidence. It's a complex system of instinct and habit, finely tuned by repetition and time. And here's where it gets real. This isn't just about dogs. You do the same thing. You open your phone without thinking. You respond to messages in predictable ways. You reach for sugar when stressed. Or maybe, like your dog, you seek out comfort through a smell, a voice, a person when you're unsure. That, my friend, is communication rooted in something older than thought itself. Dogs teach us that we don't have to intellectualize every move to be effective. Sometimes we just need to build the right habits and trust the instincts we keep ignoring. Want to change your life? Don't start with a big plan. Start with one behavior. Feed it daily. Reinforce it. Let it become part of your rhythm. Whether it's 5 minutes of journaling, choosing water over soda, or giving more affection to the people around you, do it until it becomes second nature. That's how transformation happens. Not through grand gestures, but through tiny shifts, done again and again. And let's not forget the role of taste and smell here. To a dog, these aren't just senses. They're tools for survival. When your dog starts sniffing the air the moment you open a treat bag or licks your face when you're feeling off, it's not thinking, it's sensing, deeply and without hesitation. Dogs use these senses in tandem with their habits to navigate the world. And you can too. How often do you listen to your gut feeling, only to ignore it because it doesn't feel rational? What if you trained yourself to actually follow it, just like a dog follows a trail in the woods? There's a quiet intelligence in acting from instinct. Dogs don't apologize for it. They embrace it. They trust it. And if something doesn't serve them anymore, they adapt. That's what we're meant to do too. Evolution didn't give us instincts to ignore them. It gave them to us as inner guidance systems. But society told us to mute them. Dogs, on the other hand, stayed true to that primal code. And maybe, just maybe, that's why they seem so at peace in their daily lives. They're not overthinking. They're not over-planning. They're just being. And in doing so, they embody a natural kind of wisdom most people spend a lifetime chasing in books and podcasts. So next time your dog starts pacing at the exact hour you usually feed it, or sniffs out your sadness like a detective of emotions, don't just laugh. Observe. You're witnessing a masterclass in consistency, intuition, and trust in one's senses. And if you're paying attention, you'll see that dogs don't just follow instinct and habit, they honor it. Which begs the question, what could you become if you started doing the same? So now that you know what's really behind those licks, affection, taste and smell, communication, instinct and habit, the real question becomes, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Will you start paying more attention to how your dog connects with you? Or will this just be another cute fact you forget tomorrow? Because the truth is, the way your dog interacts with you is a reflection of something bigger. It's about trust, emotion, presence. If a dog, without speaking a single word, can show that much love, loyalty, and understanding, what's stopping us from doing the same in our relationships? Think about it. Are you being as present with the people around you as your dog is with you? Are you listening, really listening, or just waiting to talk? Are your habits building connection, or breaking it? If your dog can read your emotions through a single sniff, imagine what you're capable of when you stop ignoring your own instincts. Now tell me, what's the most surprising thing your dog has ever done that made you feel truly seen or loved? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Because this isn't just about dogs. It's about us too. And hey, if you want to keep learning more about your dog's behavior, body language, and what all those little actions really mean, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because this is just the beginning. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.